Okay. Okay. Thanks guys for joining. Thanks Rajesh, Ronak, Jagdish, everyone. Thank you everyone. So I'm having Vikram with me today. Okay. And Vikram is also, if you go 6 months back or let's say 1 year back, Vikram was also one of the data science aspirants like you guys. And I'm very happy to share that Vikram has got a couple of very good offers from the market. He started learning on his own and, from various sources. He got some good offers from the market and he'll be joining these organization in some time. So here the purpose of this meeting is, you know, you guys can ask Bikram anything regarding preparation or what kind of questions they are asking in interview, what kind of areas you should prepare on. That is one part. Other part is Bikram will also share his experience of, what difficulties he faced and how he failed and how he succeeded. Few things around that, right? So nothing, no format of this discussion, just few things we will try to learn together, right? So Bikram, when did you just talk a little bit about your career and when did you start learning data science?
Yeah, thank you for asking me the question. Yeah, actually, I am a 2019, like 19 year graduation. Means I did my graduation in 2019. So hence after that, I joined Cognizant as a as a training there. So once I joined in that company, so in starting I got trained in a different like a domain, and
Hmm.
they put into me different projects. So on that case, on that scenario, I seen like one of my manager
Mm-hmm.
who are really working in like any chartboard projects there.
Mm-hmm.
So on that first time I heard about like data science, machine learning, because I am being a means non CS background, so I am from
Hmm.
electrical background. So I don't have any idea about like what is machine learning, what is data science and all.
Hmm.
So when I joined the company, I seen my managers like is working in a chartboard. Then I
Hmm.
asked a couple of questions like what is data science, what is machine learning and all. So on that basis, he explained me like, yeah, this is data science, how maths is like included in the like in the field, how it's like a great career in like in upcoming years and all. So that's give me like a boost, like I should start my career
Hmm.
also in data science.
Okay. And what is your education background, Bikram? You are an engineering guy, right?
Yeah, I did my BTech in electrical and electronics engineering
Okay,
and
okay.
Google.
So once you got an idea of what is data science, ML, and these things, then you thought, let me learn this. So you must have searched for some institutes or some place to learn, right? So how did you go about that, or you did the
Yeah,
self learning?
so actually, I am also thinking like to start the data science. Like people were saying you should be good at statistics, you should good at probability. So I first started like I should search that which what institutes are providing very good data science courses.
Hmm.
So my family background at that time is not that good. I can afford that courses
Hmm.
because they are charging uh, huge money.
Hmm. Hmm.
Yeah, they are charging huge money. So at that time, like I mean, I seen couple of blogs and they mentioned that you can start your career as like you don't require any like institutions help. You can start exploring on YouTube and all the blogs available in Google and all.
You are based on, you were doing job in which city? Bangalore, is it?
It's in Pune.
Pune, Pune. Okay, okay. Yeah, please go ahead.
Yeah, so basically, I didn't take any course from any institution.
Hmm.
I simply follow some YouTube channels, some blogs, and Kaggle notebooks. That's it. I followed that one, and I did able to did able to successfully transition from one background to a data science background.
Okay. So you learned by your own, you did some practice and some Kaggle notebooks, etc., right? So
Yeah.
how did you kind of prepare your resume? I mean, when you go for data science interview, so how do you introduce yourself, or how do you say that you learned, and how do you present that story?
Yeah, actually, yeah, means I always ask my manager to give me some POC. I also can start work with that.
Hmm.
So on that sector, he actually he given me a couple of POC to work on that. So basically, whenever I work on that, so I get a good idea on data science projects end to end.
Hmm.
So simply, I simply try to showcase that projects in my interview. Apart
Yeah.
from that, yeah, I did some self projects like everyone knowing like house price, credit card fraud, which is similar projects which is available in Kaggle and GitHub. So this
Hmm.
I try to build all are in like end to end. Like I try to deploy that model in cloud and all.
That's
So
very important. Yeah.
yeah,
So people are asking, Rajesh is asking, and Tej Bhatt is also asking, what kind of project as an aspirant shall we add in your profile? What kind of project? So these projects, right?
yeah, right. Projects is really important because if you simply adding house price or any kind of credit card fraud or any kind of similar projects, like many people added these projects into their resume.
True,
So
true,
it's
very
important.
true. I can understand what you are saying because I have seen that in interview. Many people will come up with the same Boston housing project, right?
Yeah, right.
So it does not look good. Boston housing is a very common project. Yeah.
And being experienced guys, so it's not sounds good like you are working as in a Boston house price prediction. As so I selected couple of projects, and those projects which I am really working as a POC in my company. So
Mm-hmm.
actually I simply like it's a kind of relevant to industry.
Mm-hmm.
I simply attach that projects fast in my resume as experience. And
Mm-hmm.
apart from that, I like what I deployed like end to end,
Mm-hmm.
in production. So I
Mm-hmm.
just simply add that like self-paced projects in another page. So 3 to 4 self-paced projects and two industry level projects. What means I have experience like in my
Okay.
company.
Okay. Okay. That's great. So what
And
Bikram is
everything
saying is,
yeah, everything I did like end to end because yeah, means I simply attach the web app link in my resume. The interview can go through that link and can see the all implementation in cloud and all.
very good. That creates a very good impression actually. So I will just say it in other words what Bikram is saying. See, he's talking about 3 4 projects. Okay, 1 or 2 projects will be very common, which you guys also know, right? For example, Boston housing or credit card fraud, or Irish data, some simple projects, Titanic, all these projects all of us know, right? But when you go to interview, right, you don't project these you don't say that these are your main projects. Okay, so these also you have done, but try to do something else. Now the question comes, what is that something else? So in Bikram's case, what he has done is he got a person, he got somebody who could guide him in his organization, and he was able to get some proof of concept on which he was able to work. Okay, and one excellent thing that Bikram has done is he implemented everything end to end, right? So when you share if you give me a link and say that, you know what, I have built this model, you go and enter your input values, you will see the output. So this is how I have implemented in cloud. That creates a very good impression to the recruiters, right? So coming back to the projects, uh, don't keep it very common project. Even if you do not get a chance to work in POC etc in your current organization, or you are a fresher looking for a job, try to do something extra. I mean, uncommon project, I can say, right, Bikram?
Yeah, right, definitely. Means there is many projects in available. not a common projects. If you can search in Google, we definitely find that projects, and we definitely work on end to end and can attach that in our resume.
Right. And data also, there is no dearth of data. So much of data is there, right? So you can learn from that. Tejasvi is asking, since you told YouTube channels, right? So Tejasvi is saying suggest some good data science YouTube channels from your experience.
Yeah. So actually, I came across Unfold Data Science when I started preparing for my data science interview. So
Okay.
I didn't clear on XGBoost part, to be honest. So I simply when I gone through your channel, so it's very easy to like understand and like XGBoost to understand the theoretical concept of XGBoost is really tough and very difficult. So so on that basis, I started exploring more and more videos. K-mean, KNN, decision tree. So all the concept explained by Aman is very nice and very good. Like you can explain to the like to the interview to the recruiter very easily, very nicely on that part.
Thanks, Vikram, for that. Any other channel which you want to suggest to people?
Yeah, yeah. Other channel like everyone knows like Chris Naik's YouTube channel. So yeah, this channel is also good
Yeah,
to yeah.
great. So what Rajesh, another question here. Do the recruiters look for people have some knowledge on cloud platforms like Azure, AWS? Do they expect having knowledge of Dockers and Kubernetes? So what is your experience, Bikram? When you went to market, are they checking for cloud, Azure,
Depends.
AWS?
Yeah, I means it depends. But it's not mandatory. Like you should have if you know the basic concept of Docker, Kubernetes, and any
Hmm.
cloud platform.
Hmm.
It's good. It's create a good impression. But yeah, means as for my experience, like one company asking me about like, do you know Docker? Do you know Kubernetes? Do you
Hmm.
know SageMaker, S3 bucket, EC2 instance? So
Hmm.
at that time, as I deployed some projects in EC2 instance, and I gone through the SageMaker and S3 bucket. So simply said like, yeah, I knew the basic concept, but apart from that, if you are asking about Docker and Kubernetes, I didn't have any experience on that. So
Hmm.
he can understand, and so it's not create any kind of break in your career. Like if you don't know and Docker Kubernetes, they don't hire you. So it
It's
depends
yeah, it's not an
because
absolute mandate, but if you know, it's good. That's what you're
yeah,
saying, right? Hmm.
yeah.
Tej is asking a good question. I was also coming to this. How much SQL and stats was asked? So we will come back to this question, but first is uh, what is the typical structure? First of all, how many interviews you attended, Bikram?
I have attended 3 to 4 interviews.
Okay, so what is the basic this thing? I mean, structure according to you now?
Uh, every interview I found there are 3 to 4 rounds.
Hmm.
One means I attended one interview where they did the written test and in a technical MCQ question they provided, and
Hmm.
this is a written kind of test. And after that, there is 2 technical interview and
Hmm.
one and apart from another like other interviews, I can say all are like 2 technical, one HR, no written test.
Okay. Okay. So let's talk a little bit about the written test. What is that there in the written test?
Yeah, in a written test, they simply check your statistics part like central limit. I got question from central limit theorem, confidence interval,
Hmm.
and some question about the mean median mode, how its effect on like outlets, skewness of data,
Hmm.
and some basics question on like how ANN differ from CNN. There is some MCQ questions like option is there.
Hmm.
You should select that option. So it's not that difficult. Some basics question they asking in written test.
Okay. And how about first technical round?
Yeah, in fast technical round also means everything is like how if we start preparing the model clearly, then we can easily explain the answer. They basically focus on the part like the model parameters, how you have hypertune your model, and also they focus on it like how you measure your performance, like what metrics you are using. Are you using uh, r square, or are you used adjusted r square, or are you used mean absolute error? If it is classification, they are asking like how you check your performance. Type 1 error is like how your weightage of type 1 and type 2 error. What is sensitivity? Are you checking with the precision? Are you go with precision or like a recall? These things they will ask.
Yeah. To understand your understanding of the various things, right?
Right. Yeah, how your model like perform well in production. They just checking on that on in depth. Like if it is overfitted in like if it is overfitted, what is your approach to handle that?
Hmm. And what they will touch on statistics mostly, or mathematics.
In stats part, I can say like they simply checking with mean median. Means in my cases they checking like will like if outlets is there, so what you select, mean or median or mode kind of questions. And apart from that, what is central limit theorem they are asking. And also the skewness of data, like a positive skewness or a negative skewness, how it's created. And difference like the range of mean and median. Mean greater than median, what will happen, like what skewness we called it. If mean less than median, what skewness we called it. Like some basics, and some kind of conditional, what is conditional probability. This kind of question they asked.
Okay. And obviously about the project they will be asking, right, in detail.
Yeah. In second round, most probably they asking about more details on projects.
How you did, how you gathered data,
Yeah.
right? What is the
Main question
process?
they asking like what difficulties you found in projects. You should able to explain them. Like
Yeah.
they are interested to know what difficulties actually you are facing in project.
And how did you overcome that?
Yeah.
And how did you solve a business problem? That also they will focus on.
Yeah. In second round, mostly they mostly means in my case they mostly focus on my projects, and like the difficulties part, and some some scenario based question. If this thing will happen, what you will do, and if that thing happen, what you will do.
Right. So now you are having total 2 years experience, right?
Yeah, almost 1.5 years. Plus
Total
1 point.
experience.
Yeah, 1.7. Yeah.
That's where so whatever Vikram is talking, just to reiterate here for all of you, right? This is like 1.5 year, I mean 2 years experienced person. So if it's a more experienced 5+ years, 6+ years, then some questions related to client engagement, some questions related to team management, leadership skills, all these things will come into picture. So Tej is asking SQL questions around SQL, anything?
No, they didn't ask me any such question on SQL. They only simply ask like, "Do you know SQL?" I said yes. Then they didn't ask any question on SQL.
Okay. And another important thing which people might be interested here is salary negotiation, right? So uh, starting from the beginning, right? So how much how did you find out what is the market standard? That is number one. Number two is how did you negotiate it with them?
Yeah. So you should go with a Glassdoor and check the average salary, how company offered. Based on that facts, you should go with salary negotiation.
Right. So in terms of percentage, Bikram is able to get nearly 100%, but it might not be possible in all these scenarios, but still it is possible. I am also seeing people changing jobs. It is doable. Anything is doable in data science. I mean, 100, 120 also I have seen. In one of the comment, I saw one person got some 200%. That is also
Yeah,
possible.
yeah, right.
So that is on the salary part. And some questions are coming here. Rajesh is saying, did they ask any programming related questions?
Yeah, they asking about pandas question. Simply in my case, they given me like, they said like this is a data sets, and you need to like there is some concept of group by and aggregation function. They
Mm-hmm.
asked me about to do that way. So yeah, like if you are clear with pandas group by and this and the aggregator function and some function is available with group by, so it's not that difficult. Uh, we can clear that part.
So you have to write in pen and paper or computer?
No, no. So they have in chat chat window, right? So on that
I forgot. Now we are in online interview mode, right?
online, yeah.
I forgot that part. Yeah, everything is online now, so you can share your Jupyter notebook and do it. Or in chat, they might ask you the command, right?
Command, yeah.
Got it.
Even they will ask, they asked me like if you are comfortable with like any editor, you can run the code. But yeah, I didn't go that way because I know if my code is running fine, will work or not. So I simply try
One
to
small thing we might
yeah.
miss, right? Some comma, some something, some colon. So Tej Bhatt is asking again Python and data structure. So Python, these things only, right? What else in Python?
Python part, they just simply ask, do you know object oriented like concept? Do you know how much rate yourself like in Python? So I simply said like confidently like 8, and yeah, I know Python object oriented. But they didn't ask any such question on that part. They simply like check how much you are confident on Python and
Okay. And data structure, did they touch?
no, they didn't ask any such question on data structure.
Okay. So Rajesh is asking one interesting question. He's saying, as per your experience, from where you got higher interview calls, Naukri, LinkedIn, or any other platform, and any such tactics you want to add for getting calls?
Yeah. So being like if you have like less than 2 years of experience, so getting call from Naukri is very difficult. So even maybe you need to spend time at least 2 to 3 hours in Naukri, then only you can probably will get call. But
Hmm.
best approach is means what I am like following. I create my LinkedIn profile like very good. On that
Hmm.
profile, I try to post some technical uh, some technical knowledge, projects and all. I build
Hmm.
my portfolio strong in LinkedIn, as well as I build my portfolio like I create my own website. So I add all the projects whatever I did. I
Hmm.
simply add all the projects into that website. So
Hmm. Hmm.
so once I ready, like once I have my portfolio, so I simply just check with the different company HRs on LinkedIn.
Hmm.
It's like some what approach I gone through. Like sometimes HRs are like posting, they have the required candidates in data science, like
Hmm.
and also many times we seen like if some people like lose their job, so in comment box we'll find many email address and many links where they are mentioning like
Correct. Correct.
you can reach out to me. So this is the best approach. But
Hmm. Hmm.
this will work good if you are completely create your portfolio correct. Because one of my friend reaching to the same person, and I means I am also reaching to the same person, but he didn't I only get the call, but he didn't get the call. So what I analyze from them, like he only referred these people who actually making his profile like very strong, and also you are creating a very good portfolio and all. You can sell yourself. Then only they will refer you.
Very true. So what he's saying, what Vikram is saying is, I'll just put it in other words. You can get email IDs of HRs from, if you observe few posts carefully in LinkedIn, right? So somebody is HR, you might get connected, you might get the email ID. From some other posts also, you might get some email ID, some links. But if you request them for interview or processing of your resume, they might come back and look at your LinkedIn, right? LinkedIn or GitHub, or if you have a website. If you have a very good LinkedIn and GitHub or your website, whatever, that complete portfolio what he's talking about, right? Then there is a higher possibility of you getting a call. So some other friend of his did not get a call because his profile was not very good looking, maybe. So that is one thing to note here. So direct reaching out to people helped you, to keep it short, right?
Yes.
That's what I also tell to people. Many people have complained that they are not getting calls. It can happen. It can happen with anyone. It can happen with 2-year guy or a 20-year guy also, because 20-year guy will have very high salary range. Not getting calls is one thing. At one stage you will reach in your career, well, call will not matter. Okay, for example, if I want to change my job now, maybe I will not go and upload my profile also in Naukri. Calls doesn't matter. What matters is connections, your portfolio, your reputation. So you should build yourself in a way that you reach out to people and say that, hey, I'm looking for a change, and people will say that, oh, is it? I will forward your resume to the HR. That is how it should be. But yes, Naukri and all those things are traditional way of searching job. That has its own experience, right? That has its own importance. Tejasvi is saying, thanks Bikram for sharing your experience. Jayesh Patil is saying, is transition from project manager to data scientist possible? Worth it? Two questions here, possible and worth it. Possible, yes, many people have done. And if you are interested in doing this, you should get the required skills, and then you should move in this direction. It depends on your interest, if it is worth it or not worth it, right? Money is not the only thing. Money is just a part. Okay, so Bikram, few more things from my I wanted to ask you. How much of see, what few people will do is, few people will put down their papers in current company, then start looking for the job outside,
Yes.
because
Yeah.
all these big service companies, right, will have
Right.
90 days notice period, and sometimes it becomes difficult. So did you feel that long notice period is a kind of
Yeah.
negative thing?
Yeah, like it means I have I am like in my company, I have 60 days notice period.
Hmm.
Still, few companies said like we required candidates to join within 45 days, within 30 days.
Hmm.
So yeah, it's depends, but you will surely, if you search projects, means there are many companies they can accept 60 days, 90 days notice period. But 90 days is quite difficult, but 60 days they can like wait.
Hmm.
Because one of my friend in TCS, he facing same problem. So what he did, he simply resigned from the current organization. But he is so confident his skills, so that he resigned from his company. Now he getting good offer from another MNCs. Yeah, it's because of that notice period. Like he said to me, like he didn't able to get the call because of that notice period. So once he
Yeah.
like put paper, and after that he getting good calls, and now he's like transition from one domain to another, like in data science domain.
Yeah. This 90 days notice period is sometimes problem. They will be in hurry to HR team will be in hurry to onboard people actually. So they,
Yeah.
they will just look for other candidate. And people are asking how the resume should be like. Did you prepare a very fancy kind of resume or some simple resume only? Like, how did you prepare?
Well, I only prepared a simple resume.
Hmm.
Because I means not colorful resume, simply black and white resume.
Hmm.
But I mentioned everything clear in my resume. Not using any like too tough word in my resume. Simple English word and simple language.
Okay.
But yeah, I can suggest, like, I means I didn't work on my resume part, but I seen very good resume in LinkedIn, and one of my friend also given her resume. So it's a quite interesting. So it's also create a matter if your resume looks so much exciting. So it's really great.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Good, good. So now everything is online only, right? From any place you can attend interviews.
Yeah,
From
yeah,
they will deliver laptop to your location also. These things are also happening, right?
right.
I am seeing some of my friends, they are in their hometown and changing jobs. They are returning the existing company laptop through courier and getting the new laptop through courier. These things are happening with you also?
Because I'm serving the notice period. So means I heard, like, yeah, company like providing, like, yeah, like the existing company also, they are like they have set up with the courier, like third party. They will come to the door and collect their laptop, and the new company also within 2 weeks, I think, they provide laptop and all to your doorstep.
Mm-hmm. Things have changed now. Now it's no more physical interviews and all these things. Good. Great to hear your experience, guys. I think you all also learned a lot of things from Bikram's experience. I have shared Bikram's LinkedIn in the chat if you want to get connected. Right, Bikram? If you get some requests from unknown people, think that they are
Yeah,
from this group. Okay. So again, a big thank you to you, Bikram, for joining. Okay. And
thank Raman, for, yeah, thanks
we
for
will
that.
we will anyway stay in touch and we can talk. No, not an issue.
Yeah, sure, Raman.
New organization, whatever you learn, you come and share here. Okay. So that people also learn from your experience.
Sure, definitely. Yeah. Also, I'm also requesting you, please keep uploading some computer vision topics. Like, it's I didn't find any such good
Computer
website.
vision videos are not there. Yes, I'm seeing that. Okay. Sure, Vikram. I have another call, guys. Otherwise, I would have continued. I have one more call in US timing. So,
Okay, thank you so much for inviting me.
joining. Yeah. Take care, everyone. Take care, Bikram.